I was only 19 years old when a tragic accident took my parents away, leaving me as the sole guardian of my 10-year-old sister, Maya, to ensure she never felt the sting of poverty. I made a heart-wrenching decision. I gave up my own dreams of attending a top university. Instead of classrooms, my life became a cycle of grueling labor. I worked double shifts at a dangerous construction site and spent my exhausting nights driving a taxi. For over 12 long years, I lived in a tiny, cold basement, saving every single penny to fund my elite education until she finally became a high-profile corporate lawyer. However, as Maya climbed the ladder of success, her heart began to harden. She started socializing with the wealthy elite, and soon my presence became an inconvenience to her. She felt deep embarrassment at my rough, calloused hands and my simple, worn-out clothes. The bond we once shared was replaced by her vanity. When our grandfather passed away, leaving behind a massive family estate worth millions, Maya's suppressed gratitude turned into naked greed. The thought of sharing such a fortune with a common laborer like me was unacceptable to her. To my utter shock and heartbreak, I was served with official court papers. Maya had filed a ruthless lawsuit to claim the entire inheritance for herself, seeking to legally push me out of our family history. Standing in front of the judge, Maya didn't even look at me. She coldly argued that I was nothing more than a simple worker and that my only role in the family was to sacrifice my life so she could succeed. She looked me in the eye and told me to take a measly settlement and disappear from her high society life forever. I remained silent throughout her tirade. When it was my turn to speak, I didn't argue or plead. I simply walked up to the judge's bench and handed over a yellow, notarized document, a paper our father had written and signed years ago. As the judge read the document, the atmosphere in the room shifted. His stern expression turned to one of pure surprise. He looked at Maya, who was still smirking, and told her she had made a fatal legal mistake. The document stated that every dollar I spent on Maya's education was legally a conditional loan. According to the contract, if Maya ever took hostile legal action against me, she would be required to pay back every single cent of that loan, plus accumulated high interest immediately. The calculations were devastating. The total amount Maya owed me was so massive that it exceeded the entire value of her share of the inheritance. By trying to cheat the man who gave her everything, she had legally bankrupted herself. The judge wasted no time and ruled that I was now the sole and rightful owner of the entire estate. As the courtroom cleared, I looked at my sister with a heavy heart full of sadness. I realized the painful truth. While I had paid for her to master the laws of the land, she had never learned the far more important values of family, loyalty, or love.